Hello everybody, I'm so happy and excited to make a new video for all of you guys, and right now, right here today, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to create an amazing snare that is very much suitable for the modern drum and bass and that has a subtle ring to it that makes your sound full and organic. I've actually been trying to search around YouTube to see if there's some tutorial available that actually shows you how to do that, but unfortunately all I found was professional drummers complaining about their snares ringing, so I'm going to use my own method, and this method consists of the principles which have been described in my previous videos. So one more time, just like I did in previous videos, I'm going to create a snare from scratch, a very basic snare, and then I'm going to layer the ringy sound on top of it to make it stand out. And you have to understand that the result will be unexpected, even for you, so you can play around for as long as you wish until you reach the desired result. Okay, so we're going to create a short attack here. Let's boost some volume and the sine wave. And of course, we have to remove the randomizer because we want, every time we hit the snare, we want it to sound exactly the same. There we go. Okay, let's add some speed. There we go. Okay, so this is clearly too fast. We don't need our drum to sound that fast. We can go like this and choose some white noise. I'm going to use white noise, which is not what everybody does. There you go. Okay. So now I'm going to add some extra punchiness to the snare. Like this. One more time. That sounds great. Just tweak around a little bit and see what works best for you. It's always the best way to work with snares. Okay, this sounds pretty fine. So we'll remove some high frequencies from the noise. Oh, that sounds nice and clean and punchy. All right. So I'm locating the snare on the very first mixer track, and I'm going to boost the loudness a little bit. I'm going to use a tube for that. This is an Antares tube. Bear in mind, you don't have to use it. You can just use a compressor and, you know, you can actually make loudness better with the master volume here on Serum. When you open the Addictive Drums, it doesn't actually matter which drum pack you're using, because we need to find a full snare with a lot of harmonics and overtones, and we can only do this by actually, you know, clicking the samples and trying to find the one that is the suitable one. And with time, you'll actually learn to find them very quickly, and I'll try to comment on each sample that I hear so that you understand which one is suitable for the subtle ring and which one is not. So this one it could be suitable. There's like a lot of stuff going on. If we remove some of the attack, listen to how it sounds. You have to have a great imagination, because when you hear a sample, you have to imagine that it sounds how it would sound without the attack. All of the attack, all of the clickiness, it's all focused on the main synthesized snare. So we're searching for the ring, which will open up the snare, make it more organic, but will not interfere with the kick of the snare, so to speak. So we are removing some of the attack here. We don't have to do it like this. Of course I did it, but we have to understand how the snare will sound without the attack, and moreover, how it will sound with the higher pitch. Because the magic happens when you take a real drum, a real snare drum, and start to play around with pitch. All of those crazy weird harmonics, they start to appear, and you need to learn. This is only achievable with experience. You have to listen through maybe 100 or more samples. you will actually learn to hear that, oh, this one potentially has great harmonics. So let's pitch it up and see what happens. So this one, it does have a little bit of a potential, not that much, but let's play around with the harmonics and see what happens. Not much weird stuff going on, so I guess we should skip this one. There's too much noise. We need to find a more ringy snare. Let's go and listen to the next one. This is clearly the same, like it's just a basic snare. It doesn't have any ring to it. So this one, we definitely want to skip samples like this. We already have a sample like this, which is far more punchy and clicky and just generally better for the electronic dance music. This one has a lot of room and has a lot of ring, so I can tell that this would be a good sample, and maybe not perfect yet, but we can, you know, with some magic we can try to take those harmonics out, and let's see what happens. So first we remove the attack. We also want the ring to be very short. We don't want it to, you know, take too much of our attention, so something like this. And also please be sure to remove all the unnecessary room, all of this stuff. Just remove the effects. Just make the signal dry. And let's play around with pitch. See, it has a little ring. This is not a perfect representation, but it does sound something like what I was looking for. And now, so now we have a snare that sounds pretty tight and punchy. And the next thing we do, we actually add some elements to make it more full. So we want to make sure that those are glued together. So I'm going to put them together to the same channel. To my ear, it feels like the ring, it kind of interferes with the snare drum a little bit, so I'm going to skip more attack until it feels more comfortable. Yeah, it sounds better. And also maybe make it even more shorter to make it very sharp. Here you can also see there is a way to cut low pass, which is one great way of actually cleaning out the sample. And I'm going to cut a little bit of low end as well. So now we can just play with the pitch and choose different samples and, you know, see which result suits us. So let's try. Oh, I like it. I really, really like it. I'm going to add some room though. I did tell you to remove that, but only for purpose of clean mixing. So we can introduce some room now that we have a high pass here. So we are not going to be scared of any problems in the mix. The ring clearly has no low frequency, so this is not a problem. Yep. Now let's just try and pick some other snares and see how they sound. This one sounds the best, I guess. See, this snare specifically, the one that I've just found, it has so much ring to it. This is an amazing snare. And don't be scared, you'll find many of those in addictive drums. So this is really nice, and we can adjust the pitch of the main snare. Now we can check the general loudness, because snares are generally very loud. Make it a little bit more punchy with the tube. Make it a little bit more loud with the wave shaper. still not happy about the pitch. Maybe we shouldn't have the ring. We shouldn't keep the ring so loud. It's all about balance. Also, if you paid attention, then the drum plays differently all the time. I'm not entirely sure how to fix this here with addictive drums, but what I normally do is I render the snare. There we go. Let's see how it sounds. So the first snare sounds the best. Let's compare it with this snare. First of all, sorry for the boosted microphone. I'm using this one for the first time today. Just purchased it specifically for you guys, so I really hope that some of the problems with the sound of my videos will go away. Also, I just wanted to let you know that the snare that we have just created, I like those type of snares, and I actually released a song with a similar snare, and it was called Tunnel Vision, and the song is called Matrix. Tunnel Vision is a project by myself and my friend, so I'll add the song in the description so you can hear the context how those snares can sound in an actually released track. In addition to that, you can actually download the WAV file of the snare that we have created today and use it as you wish. So thank you everybody for watching this video, and I really hope to see you soon again. Peace out.